Hey, how's it going, everyone? Welcome back to Let's Play Dark Souls 3. As of that cutscene that capped off the last episode, 3 flames have been snuffed out, the door on the way to the Abyss Watchers is now open, and most of the swamp is clear. But not all of it. There's still a pretty sizable little optional area that I want to check out before we head to the Abyss Watchers. And there are still, I guess, a couple of things left in the swamp that I haven't picked up yet. Just a matter of actually being able to find them now. Now that I've kind of gotten off of my path. So we are going to use the weapon art on you. You don't give us any problems. Yeah! That weapon art is really, really good in PvP for baiting people. Plus, it gives you a lot of poise. And poise is at a premium in this game because it doesn't work properly. At least not on armor. It occasionally seems to work on weapon arts and other things like that, but poise from armor is completely broken. Okay, we managed to find our way back to the bonfire. That's important. I think the thing that I'm looking for is pretty close to the bonfire and to the doors where the Abyss Watchers are. So, we kind of have ourselves oriented a tiny bit. Ooh, that hitbox porn! The spear sailed clean over my shoulder. Ah, it's a whip. I don't want to go. I think that fog is toxic. Can't remember if that's regular poison or if that's toxic mist. So I'm kind of hesitant to rush him down and go into the fog like that. You're gonna fall off? That's fine. We don't really need you. So let's talk a little bit about the Watchers, since we're gonna be heading to them this episode. The Abyss Watchers, as I said before, are big fans of Artorias. They imbibed wolf's blood, and they took up the mantle from Artorias and watched out for signs of the Abyss spreading. Eventually, in their cycle, the flame faded away, and they were compelled by duty to link the fire. How they did that, we're gonna find out. It's actually kind of interesting, because they're Abyss Watchers, plural. Could they have done that communally? Oh, it totally was a toxic mist. I'm now seeing. Never distinguished the two icons, but now I see. No, we'll find out how they linked the fire. But they did so thinking that with the Age of Fire renewed, it would help them beat back the Abyss, their primary goal. So they link the fire, and their source of power, the wolf's blood, evaporates in it. Completely dries up, and they go dormant. And this is the ladder I was looking for. But there are a couple items near it. Oh god, I hope I don't lose my way. Wolf's blood sword grass. And Estus soup up here. The flame fades again while they lie dormant in their graves. And this time it's really dire. This is the cycle that we're on. So the bell rings, and all the Lords of Cinder awaken, including the Abyss Watchers. And when they rise from their graves, their home of Farron has become this festering swamp. There are agents... Oh, the nameless stuff, yeah. There are agents of the Abyss, the Dark Wraiths all around, and all of the people of Farron are diseased monsters. The fire didn't do shit for them. And you get all this from a couple of item descriptions, like the Exile set that describes Farron as a land of itinerants, or nomads. And a few other item descriptions that, some of which we haven't gotten yet. But you can still extrapolate pretty heavily from what we do have. There is a twist yet to come, though. So we aren't going too heavy into spoiling the lore. Is there a fucking facepalm emote? Because I did lose my orientation from the ladder. I really wish I had a facepalm emote. Okay, and try to go to... Oh, there... Okay. I see. Big ass building. That helps. There are occasional landmarks, and this happens to be a really, really big one. Good. Ah, the poison's almost gone. That's fine. I never used the purple moss in here to remove my poison effects, because you spend so much time in the swamp that you're just gonna get poisoned again anyway, like immediately. So, yeah. Best to just let the poison tucker itself out. Oh, and you see out to Wall Maria up here. It's good stuff. Come here, lizard. Oh, not quite far enough. Which one are you? I know one of these walls is illusory. It's this one. Yeah. And as I was saying before, you can roll into illusory walls in order to reveal them. You don't actually have to strike them if you're, for some reason, worried about weapon durability. Umbral Ash of one who dreamt of joining the Undead Legion. With this, the Shrine Handmaid will prepare new items. In the end, the Dream Chasers who wandered aimlessly in the rotted forest found a sense of fulfillment. Not quite sure what the hand is clutching. Wonder if it's a pendant. Dream Chaser, hand clutching a pendant. That would be pretty good. Alright. And hello. Sleeping Wolf. The Old Wolf of Farron, yeah. We get Legion etiquette from it. And we can ask to join its covenant. I believe this is the Watchdogs of Farron. And we can offer Wolf's Blood Swordgrass, one of which we found in the swamp, in order to deepen our allegiance with Covenant. Which I'm not too worried about doing just yet. Let's check the Swordgrass out first. Leaf signifying a duty fulfilled by the Watchdogs of Farron, who stand beside the Old Wolf to ensure the serenity of those at rest, depicts a swordgrass leaf stained with the dried blood. Long ago, the swordgrass leaf quietly identified members of the Undead Legion in the rotted forest, rest the spirits of warriors past. Their acceptance of and gratitude toward their guardians is expressed eloquently by the humble grass. And let's check the Covenant item out, too. Ancient medallion depicting the crest of a wolf symbolizes the pact with the Old Wolf of Farron, equipped to pledge oneself to the Watchdogs. The Watchdogs ensure that the warriors sleep in serenity, blah blah blah. They take the form of loyal spirits, hunting down those who would trespass the woods of Farron. Summoning takes place automatically while this is equipped. So we'll give that grass to him now. And that's the Covenant item you get while you are doing PvP online with the Watchdogs. The Watchdogs of Farron is the Forest Hunters Covenant from Dark Souls 1, basically, which just deepens that connection a little bit more. You get summoned to protect the woods versus trespassers, and you get into just big clusterfucks, especially with how the online works now in this game, and having so many different Covenant factions and different colors representing them. It's just one big rainbow. Unfortunately, if you've been wondering why I'm playing online, or rather, why I'm not playing online while I'm playing offline, it's because the online on PC is an especially huge mess right now. There is a big problem with the soft banning system, wherein people are abusing certain hacks and exploits in order to get other people banned. Like, someone came up with a sword that gives you a massive amount of souls when you are struck by it. And that massive influx of souls triggers the soft ban system to go, hey, this guy's cheating, we're gonna soft ban him. And then there are items that invaders are dropping in people's worlds that are getting them soft banned, and it's a big mess right now. The Soul soft ban system in 3 is so broken. It's like, you know, the scraping spear destroys all your gear in Demon Souls? Well, the soft ban system destroys your online experience. So I'm avoiding the online for now. Yeah, Dragon Crest Shield. Because, hey, there's a big dragon on this bridge. We also get Lightning Spear, which is fine. And yet another Crystal Lizard. This is a dead dragon, which should look super familiar to you. Because when we went down to the Undead Settlement, and we saw where Yol was, and all those dead pilgrims, we saw the other side of this collapsed bridge, and if you looked closely enough back then, you could actually see that this is a location that we were gonna wind up visiting, because there were the glow of items on the bridge that you could see from the Undead Settlement. So we finally made our way to the other side of this collapsed bridge, which is so awesome. It took a long time coming, but we finally made it here. A long-term booking. And one lone pilgrim made it here. Huh. A badass that guy was. And this broken bridge of Lothric has been our North Star, our guiding landmark through the whole thing. The landmark that's been visible from everywhere we've gone and almost everywhere we are going to head to. Trying to avoid panning the camera into the distance for now, because there is something. Yeah, I guess we can take a look now. There's something traipsing around. That section of the bridge that we just did is more kind of hidden, but this is what you come up here for. You take the elevator up from the Old Wolf of Farron, specifically to meet an old friend. This is the Stray Demon, recycled as the Asylum Demon and Demon Fire Sage from Dark Souls 1. I didn't see the crab coming. It should be fine though. Unless he does that!
Oh! Now you fucked up! Now you fucked up! You have fucked up now!
God damn it. I guess I wasn't mashing the shoulder buttons hard enough. Normally when you break out of his grab like that, he just sets you down. He tossed my ass off the roof! Oh yeah, these are new, the Golden Pine Bundles. I've been kind of neglecting a bit. They apply almost... Oh, it happened! So there's a special animation for hitting his legs a bunch. They eventually crumble and he goes all Vicar Lawrence on you. And no. He got me once. The Pine Bundles, they apply to your weapon almost instantly as opposed to the regular resins. But they last a very short amount of time. So they're really good mid-fight buffs, or even mid-combo buffs. Whereas the normal resins are used more for buffing your weapon as you go into a fog gate or when there's a lot of downtime. Soul of a Stray Demon. The Stray Demon, now lacking even a trace of flame, was once the gatekeeper of Lothric, used to acquire numerous souls, blah blah blah. So yeah, it was indeed a flameless, ash-covered Stray Demon. And if you remember, there was some stuff. Oh, the horizon looks bad, but if you just pan a little bit below the horizon, it looks fine. It looks picturesque. Then you hit that horizon line, it's just like the world is now a video game. Ludlith had a couple of items. He had a Demon Fist and something else. Maybe the Demon Great Hammer? But you need the soul of a demon, specifically, to buy those items. And now we're gonna break the flow just a little bit. because NPC quest lines in this are fickle. And if we don't go back right now, there's a chance that someone will leave forever. So
Well,
first off...
Farewell, mayst thou thy peace discover.
No, nothing new.
Is it?
So I'll give you the Dream Chaser's Ashes.
Ashen one, what woeful umbral ash is this? This barren dust, stuff of a fool, won't yield aught. Where didst thou happen upon the stuff? Tell me for the sport. Oh yes, I see. Clinging to lofty dreams in this dying world, more's the pity. It must come from one most foolish indeed. Wouldst thou not agree?
So even though she says the Dream Chaser's ashes are worthless, and they won't yield but aught... what we're actually doing by turning those ashes in is furthering Cirrus's questline. And I think I might have an Estus shard? No, but I do have a coal to give him.
Well, well. What's the Undead Legion doing with a coal such as this? I'd heard one of the Crystal Sages had sided with Farron's Abyss Watchers. I suppose it must be true. You should know, this coal is imbued with magic. First one I've ever seen. Hardly a surprise, is it? I've never been one for books or wise men. Weapons and but they take some.
While I'm here, I'm just gonna have a go and talk to a couple NPCs and make sure they don't have any updates for me.
Speak.
Did you get anything new? I can't remember why I came to her.
Again. May the dark.
I thought there was something that was supposed to be in our inventory, but I can't remember now. How stupid is that?
One piece. You can.
Okay, Grey Rat has no new actual dialogue yet. Now, Orbeck is the main reason I came back here.
Oh, you're back then. Again. I'm Orbeck of Vinheim, here to teach you sorceries. Let us begin with the basics. The ideal sorcerer bears the twin faces of the dragon. You could at least act as if you're paying attention. It is folly to claim lives recklessly, friend. Do not be tempted. No matter the victim's stature, every killing has a consequence. Even as I bloodied my hands, I never realized this simple truth. There I was, the very definition of a fool. I don't mean to seem overbearing, but have you forgotten? In exchange for my sorceries, you are to bring me knowledge in the form of scrolls detailing the secrets of sorcery. I hope you're not one to break a promise. I don't mean to say I hope... Oh my. This is stupendous. And the Undead Legion of Farron possesses sorceries quite unknown. Thank you for upholding your end of the bargain. I doubt I ever would have made this discovery alone. Now, let us unravel the thing, so you may put these new sorceries to use. Oh my. Well, this is very unusual. It's from Ulasil, an ancient land of golden sorceries. Not even the Dragon School possesses such a long-lost scroll. What would the Xanthus scholars say with their ridiculous headwear? They would simply slaver over this find. I don't mean to in the fight.
So that opens up a lot of new sorceries that we can buy. Twisted Wall of Light. I like that name. Nothing that we actually want to buy yet. If at all. Maybe for some of the DLCs I'll go with a caster bill. I don't know. Anything else I'm missing out on? I kinda... Oh, I do have a tome to give to him.
Yes, here
right.
we are. It's been long indeed. With this, I can teach you more sophisticated pyromancies. Splendid. I can boast I am your tutor a little longer.
I'm glad I came back to him. Okay.
Do not be gone.
Okay, so instead of going and resting at the bonfire, what I'm actually going to do is just warp back to it. Because I think that it reloads the world in a slightly different way.
Hello again. I have since heard a great deal about you. For one, that you are most gentle of heart. I, too, am bound by duty, but can offer you my sign. I hear that cordial intrusion lays the path to embers. If I can be of help, by all means, do call upon me. Blessing of the moon upon your journey. If you should require assistance, use my sign, Blessing of the Moon.
The gesture that we just got from her further evidences something that should have been really obvious. She's a blade of the dark moon. She blesses you with the moon. She's called Cirrus of the Sunless Realms, and now we have the dark moon gesture from her.
Well,
and let's get a couple of level ups while we're here, just because no use walking around with 40,000 plus souls. Endurance seems fine.
farewell, Ashen.
Ooh, there's a different tone in her voice now. Ever since we gave her the eyes. And now that we have a soul of a stray demon, Hovel's Ring. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. And he also is a boulder heave, Art of a Stray Demon of Stifled Flame. Yeah, it's what you saw him doing. Spits boulders from his mouth. Ring for warriors keen on heavy accoutrements. Increases maximum equip load. The ring was named after Hovel the Rock, the battlefield compatriot of Gwyn, the First Lord. Art of War has been constant since ages past, and those who would follow in Hovel's footsteps are no fewer now than in his own day.
I took them at choose.
That is a very, very good ring. It's not as good as it was in Dark Souls 1, but it's still pretty invaluable. Now it's just a matter of deciding what I want to get rid of. Special ring given to those who are deemed fit to undertake the journey of discovery in Vinheim, home of sorcery. Apropos to the Dragon School, the seal depicts an everlasting dragon. A lingering dragon symbolizes the true nature of sorcery. That brings me back to what Orbeck was saying. So he kind of confirmed our theory. He didn't outright say he was an assassin, but he's certainly killed a lot. He has a lot of blood on his hands. And of course, being of the Vinheim Dragon School and wearing the same attire as Griggs gives you a lot of evidence to jump to that conclusion in the first place, that he was an assassin. So now we can go straight ahead through the doors that we opened up, and we can meet the Abyss Watchers, our first Lords of Cinder. And you might have thought that the doors would open up and it would just be a boss room. No, there's still a little bit more area to go through. I think it's kind of cool how they play with your expectations there. So further in, there are a bunch more Corvians now. I think up ahead, there are some more Gru. And these ones are non-hostile. At least for now. The storyteller up on the cliffside perch can incite them and turn them hostile, make them pop their wings prematurely and come at you. But on their own, they're just so pathetic. This area, this sub-zone, looks a lot bigger and more intimidating than it actually is, because this right up ahead is the path to the boss. And there's some fighting going on. You can see what appears to be a bunch of Gru fighting Dark Wraiths. The Dark Wraiths are right at the door of the Abyss Watchers. Remember, they're agents of the Abyss. So, linking the fire, it didn't do shit for the Abyss Watchers, the Undead Legion of Farron. Before we actually go there, there's a side path here that leads to a bonfire that's quite close to the boss, and there are a few branching paths from this bonfire. There is one that is perfectly straight ahead, and then there's a hole in the wall right here. Let me just take care of this guy, so he doesn't follow me through. There's a hole in the wall that branches off to the right, and a couple of items to pick up on that cliffside that we couldn't get up to earlier, with the Atonement Sorcery and a Hollow Gem. Ooh, I don't think we can do Hollow Infusions yet, unfortunately. Oh, and we're in the Basilisk spot. You know what? It might be better if I just get out of harm's way real quick, away from the Curse Walk, and just go back to the bonfire. Because the loading times are so short on PC that this is a much faster way back. Much, much faster than just running it. And now we can tackle the path straight ahead, which is our last detour before we go and fight a boss. And this should be a very familiar looking giant crystal lizard. It should be familiar because we've definitely seen this one before. Oop. Come on, let me get that visceral. There we go. Viscerals are few and far between in this, but when you do get a chance to hit them, they feel great. He's also guarding Great Magic Weapon. This is that door across from the Black Knight. So we've now connected the Road of Sacrifices to Farron Woods. Rather, we've connected the Crucifixion Woods part of the Road of Sacrifices through that little locked gate. It took a while, but that eventually paid off. I don't think it's a very valuable shortcut, but it's nice every now and then to get a hint of that interconnected world. Never really does it quite as well as Dark Souls 1, but no game has. Nice to get a glimpse of that, though. Now there's only one thing left to do. For the most part, we're going to avoid the conflict between the Gru and the Dark Wraiths. No reason to get in the middle of all that shit. But there are a few items being guarded by the Gru. You are cool. Yeah, and they'll just distract each other. The casters will hang back, casting Poison Mist, which I'm not even sure the Dark Wraiths are susceptible to, although they may be. But it just makes the run to the boss along this right wall really, really easy. Those front stabs from the guard breaks, those critical attacks look so much better than the back stabs, because the back stabs always go right up the ass. At least with the front-facing guard break criticals, it looks a little bit more like they're being stabbed in the abdomen, less so than just being jabbed in the dick. And all of that noise is not coming from this conflict with the Dark Wraiths over here. It's coming from behind the door. Yeah, you can clearly hear some swords clanking around back there. Not sure if it was a good idea to mess with you. I thought he was guarding. Oh, nope, 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 nope. I thought he might have been guarding something, but nah. Oh, you really like that kick. And good. No invincibility frames on your wake up. Yeah, there was one thing being... No, 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 that's just a drop from one of the dead Dark Wraiths. Oh, well. Thought I saw something. Wanted to be thorough. Yo! These guys are so cool! Oh, they're so much cooler than Artorias. Artorias was the prototype. The Legion took up his mantle and the wolf's blood that he left behind, and they just became fucking rad. Oh. There we go. So every about 30 seconds, a new Abyss Watcher spawns in. It's kind of a group fight. The one that I'm locked onto right now is the only one who matters in the grand scheme of things. He's the one I have to kill. I can deal with the other one, but he'll just respawn eventually. Oh! Yeah! There we go. So the third Abyss Watcher that spawns in will fight the others. And that's what balances it out. Usually what winds up happening is one ad will fight the other, then it's you and the main one. It's a big free-for-all. Yeah! I love this. Oh, he's gonna come through the smoke! Yeah! We ain't done yet. Does a TJ combo, I'm back. Both poses at the end of both of those cutscenes with the dagger are the best. Like, the dagger is the thing that is added that makes Artorias way better. Or Artorias fanboys. And then you get this Lady Maria stuff? Why is this the best? Oh, shit. Shit. So we have all of Artorias' somersaults, but this badass dagger held in the offhand. They plant it into the ground to give them more mobility. Like, they'll plant it into the ground and pivot on it like that. Unfortunately, I can't remember some of the roll timings for this. Luckily, I have this Black Knight shield, and it mitigates like 80-something% of fire damage. Shit. Even being kind of overleveled and overpowered for this, still gotta watch my back a little. If I get too cocky, he can still kill me. This would be much harder if I was not overleveled from doing all those optional areas first. Which is the downside to having done the challenge runs of the Dancer and Osiris and the Champion Gundar early on. I had so many souls. I mean, I have to stop leveling for a bit to let the critical path catch up to me. Oh yeah, though. It's still such a cool fight. Soul of the Blood of the Wolf. Soul of the Blood of the Wolf. So it's one soul. Soul of the Blood of the Wolf. Fuck. It's good. We are gonna check both of those out. I guess Soul of the Blood of the Wolf first. Soul of the Blood of the Wolf. The blood was spread amongst the Abyss Watchers, and their souls are one with the soul of the Wolf Blood Master. Yes. Is there anything more badass than that? There it is. Cinders of a Lord left by the Abyss Watchers. If the Lords will not return to their thrones themselves, let them return as cinders. The Watchers of the Abyss swore upon their shared wolf's blood, which also served as their mandate as Lords. Now this opens up. This slides back to reveal a staircase. Oh, we got onto it. I didn't know that was possible. So you can continue on from here. This is not a dead end. Let's talk about the Abyss Watchers real quick. Like, why are they fighting each other? There are a couple of possibilities in my mind. It's possible that the Watchers are trying to put down their Halloween comrades. They could just be mad and corrupted by the Abyss, which is very, very possible. They could be infuriated to the point of losing their minds, seeing what their home has become. And the lie of linking the fire being this sort of panacea that would save them. But my favorite theory for why they might be fighting each other is because they are one soul controlling multiple bodies. So each body is kind of trying to vie for control of the collective. The Undead Legion of Farron. Fuck, man. That's so cool. Everything about that. The way he holds the daggers, the moveset that they use. Oh, man. Like, the way the odds are even when the third Watcher spawns in and just pops them up. The way he comes through the smoke with the stinger. It's so badass. I can't believe it. So, the soul of the Blood of the Wolf. The blood of the wolf is what's animating the bodies, though. And since it's one soul, that one soul is what linked the fire. Oh, by the way, that does for the little Catacombs preview. I thought there was a bonfire closer, but I remember now it's actually deeper in. So yeah, that's how the collective Abyss Watchers linked the fire. It was one soul. We should also talk to Hawkwood.
Oft the Lords of Cinder, the Undead Legion. So that's how they're delivered to their thrones. I pity the sorry souls. Is that really Lordship's last reward? I failed to thank you for helping them find their final resting place.
Ooh.
I pity the sorry self.
So he has a vested interest in the Undead Legion of Farron, and he gives us a Farron ring. A ring given to the Undead Legion of Farron reduces skill at beat consumption. The Abyss Watchers for their hunting required a sword technique that went beyond any existing art. Wolf's blood provided just that, and this ring further extends the effects. So Hawkwood has a special connection to them, which will get fleshed out in a little bit. Now we definitely want to go to Ludlith, because
Aha, thou returned. So,
through soul transposition, we can get some cool shit. Farron Greatsword and the Wolf Knight's Greatsword. Greatsword of a knight tainted by the dark of the abyss and master of the wolf's blood of Farron. The Wolf Knight was the first Abyss Watcher, and his sword is more punishing against creations of the abyss. This would be Artorias' Greatsword, complete with its full moveset, and the somersault. Farron Greatsword is a greatsword of the Abyss Watchers, which is atypically paired with an unusual dagger. The dagger is utilized as a wedge in the left hand, while the greatsword is held in the right. A unique technique that was synonymous with the Undead Legion, confounds foes in the manner of wolves hunting prey. And the dagger also doubles as a parrying dagger. This thing has the coolest moveset I have ever seen in a Souls game.
I took the mantle of Lord of Truth.
So yeah. Yeah. We are getting that. Let's check this fucker out. I'm so... Oh, let's get somewhere safe. I need a bit of... Oh, hey! It's Aegon.
Ah, I know you. Been some time. I just dropped in to see how she's getting on. Now, what are you playing at with this circus? This cesspool of doddering old folk and degenerates? Couldn't be better. She must fit in perfectly here. This place is couldn't hope for better.
Okay, this should be good. Look at that! Look at that. He plants the dagger in the ground and pivots on it to do the swing, and then there's the follow-ups. This thing is a moveset that I like better than the Bone Fist from Dark Souls 2. Oh, it's orgasmic. Let's just keep doing that. And he replants it for the second one. Oh, man. This is my favorite weapon ever. Like, you plant it and you use the momentum to pivot and swing around. Fuck, it's so good. Like, I used to write these anime fight scenes when I was a kid. And that is a nostalgic moveset for me, because I remember writing something just like that. Oh man, it's so fucking cool. I don't even know what else I can say about it. Oh man. Let's find the Abyss Watcher's throne. Should be this one. And offer up the cinders of a lord. So that's 2 out of 5, including Ludlith, who shows up of his own accord. And we can also buy their stuff. Attire of the Abyss Watchers, the Undead Legion of Farron, black-dyed leather vest, worn over chainmail. These undead warriors vow to partake of wolf blood. They acted in the dark, seeking out any sign of the Abyss, fighting a constant war with its abominations. Their gear is amazing looking. That tattered, asymmetrical cape.
Ashen one.
Some of the best. I like my Dark Wraith cosplay for the time being. What we do want to do, though, is head back to Champion Gunder. Because if you recall, there was a requirement that needed to be met in order for me to buy something that I want. And we've met that requirement now. So this is the Black Knight on the far right by the right side cliffside and all the graves. Now that we have killed the Abyss Watchers, the Hornet Ring appears. The Hornet Ring was associated with Lord's Blade Karen, who was, let's say, quite fond of Artorias. Ring associated with the Lord's Blade Karen. One of the 4 Knights of Gwyn, the First Lord, boosts critical attacks. The Masked Karen was the only woman to serve in Gwyn's 4 Knights, and her curved sword granted a swift death to any and all enemies of the throne. All of the 4 Knights' rings reappear in this. So the Wolf Ring, the Hawk Ring, the Hornet's Ring, and the Leo Ring. The Hawk Ring is actually held by the Giant who we befriended. No ashes. Okay, I'm not gonna get those. They don't unlock anything special. They unlock, like, infinite purging stones and a couple of other minor things, but I would have liked to have read the description for them, at least, on the LP.
Well, thou'rt exceeding lost indeed. What can this...
So now that the Abyss Watchers are dead, we get to pick up Artorias' set. Helm of Night, tainted by the dark of the Abyss. The twilight blue tassel is damp and will ever remain so. Vanquished Knight left behind only wolf's blood and his legacy of duty. The Undead Legion of Farron was formed to bear his torch, and the armor of these Abyss Watchers suggests their own eventual end. So we have to wait until the Abyss Watchers are dead to come here and pick up Artorias' set. But we're gonna get our fashion on. Yeah, let's try this combination. Ooh! I'm liking that a lot, especially with Gundar's helm. This is looking good. That's gonna do it for now. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take it easy. Have a good one.